Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play the Suffering. I'm your host TPC Gamer, and in our last episode, we defeated the worst boss in the game, and it only took me minutes. My new record. I also missed giving you the talk about the gas chamber. Oh well. Now, during the test play, I encountered the strangest bug, and of course it happened when I wasn't recording and now I can't reproduce it. Anyways, opening that door, I saw nothing but a grey expanse with those two girls walking around in it. I mean, the terrain was still there, it wasn't skinned. Now I'm going on top of this bus, because I don't care that those girls helped us before, they are evil. Little girls with British accents in video games are inherently evil and must be killed. Now these ones represent death by burning, which is probably one of the oldest execution methods going. I mean, it even turns up in the Bible. It's mentioned in, I forget which book. Although, to be fair, the Talmud says that the Bible's version of burning people is pouring molten lead down a condemned person's throat in order to burn them to death from the inside out. It doesn't necessarily talk about, you know, tying people to a stake and the traditional image of burning.
You! God damn it, what are the chances? I survived 10 hours out here in this pit of hell, and I had to run into you? The scum who killed his own wife and children? Why, Pendejo? Huh? Why you do it? You going to kill me too? Come on, it may kill me, I dare you!
Pendejo is a Spanish word, obviously. It's a slang term used much in the same way that we would use asshole as an insult.
You don't have the cojones to kill me when you have the chance. You fucking inmate. Go to hell, I am done with you.
Or if you're British, you use the word bounder or cad, eh what? It takes a bit of work to get Ernesto to join you, which... it's worth it, because he is one of the best companions.
Who are you fooling? You hate me as much as I hate you. All you inmates think CEOs are evil, but we are prisoners in Abbott as much as you. You ever think of that?
He's the best because his weapon of choice is a souped-up Tommy
I
gun.
immediately headed to town, down this road. I wanted to find
It's absolutely fantastic, you know?
Beautiful girls. But I got to our house, it was on fire. These fucking putas everywhere. No sign of my family. I've been looking ever since, and I will not give up. You still here, inmate? Torque. Isn't that what they call you? Come on, then. We may hate each other. We may die anyway. But we will kill more of these putas together than alone.
Yeah, thanks for interrupting me there, lifeguard guy. Now, one of the problems with Ernesto is he knows precisely where to take you and what to do, but he insists on taking you on a tour of the island first.
The Coast Guard is our only hope to survive, and they need the lighthouse on in order to land here. But the earthquake knocked the power out. We need to get the generator started again. Follow me.
See, he knows where he's going, but he just wants to go for a run first. Although I suppose it makes sense if he's trying to scour the island looking for his family. It's pretty good if you're trying to unlock all the archive pages, however.
What are they doing? Won't they let the dead rest?
But it's still a bit of a bother.
It all went wrong. It was fun at first. We didn't like them. We made them go away.
Okay, so these guys, like I say, representative of burning, and the traditional image of burning somebody alive, like tied to a stake or inside a wicker man, whatever, that was used a lot in medieval and biblical times, especially as a form of religious persecution. The Byzantines, for example, used it as a form of punishment against the Zoroastrians, because it was perceived that the Zoroastrians worshipped fire. Sort of a ironic punishment thing going on, you know? Also, as soon as the Inferno dies, shoot the ashes, because if you don't, they'll get back up at full health. It's kind of like the regenerating Slayer thing, you know? Right. Now, as far as I can tell, the Burrowers are programmed to track down whoever is the biggest threat, which, in this case, is Ernesto, because generally he has a really strong weapon. But it actually works out well if you let them attack him so that you can, you know, you can take it down from behind, and then more of these guys. Now, okay, these guys are specifically representative of people burned at a stake as witches. There was actually very little... well, very few people were burned at the stake as witches. For the most part, people convicted as practicing witches were hung. I mean, typically, when you think of witches, you'll think of, like,
Together we are quite a team,
you know,
eh?
Salem, that kind of era.
Who would have ever thought I would be partners with an inmate?
Yeah, typically, witch hanging makes you think of Salem or whatever,
Inmate!
but it goes much, much further back than that. Like, the Romans were
You know
ruling
what I
against
hate?
witchcraft.
Those burning chicas remind me of my own daughters. My sweet, beautiful girls. How could everything have gone so wrong?
Ernesto trusts you some more and has opened up. Your S-Link rank has increased. You can now create psychotic jackass personas up to level 6. Anyways, this is the generator, and it kind of helps to drop into first person, as you've seen. Go into this tower, head upstairs. In real time, apparently. Now, after that brief flash, you're going to want to very quickly head outside. There we go. That's why you want to duck into first person, so that the doors open quicker. First thing you need to do, shine one of the spotlights on Ernesto. He is going to keep trying to attack the Slayers, and he doesn't know that shoot their heads to destroy the bodies and so on. So keeping him in the spotlight means, obviously, the Slayers are going to die. Are those guys caught in the edge? I think they are. Yes, they are. That is absolutely hilarious to me.
It is the only way.
Oh, and of course we have Infernus from nowhere. Of course we do. Anyways, yeah, back what I was just now saying. The Romans ruled against witchcraft, and they expanded the definition of witchcraft to include things like fortune-telling and predicting the future. And I'll be honest with you, I am all about that. That is fine by me. People who do cold reading under the pretense of helping another person for a nominal fee, death by fire.
Destroy their bodies. Leave no trace. Carla, you can die now.
No, I'm not going to mention Nazi Germany at this point, because, I mean, all this talk of genocide and whatnot, it's just making me furious. And I make no apologies for that. That was kind of hilarious, maybe, I guess.
You have done it. The lights are on. Well, let's get back to the lighthouse and leave this evil place.
Also, I like the idea that he shouted that at me while I was stood in a truck. No idea why. Am I going to answer that phone? No, I'm not. Am I going to kill that Slayer?
You know how to
Yeah,
kill.
why not?
I can see that.
It's actually a rather confusing thing for Ernesto to have said, because supposedly we were in prison for triple homicide.
Inmate, what are they doing?
Oh, and as if we had any doubt that these kids were evil. Now they're singing nursery rhymes. Evil. More so than, what's it, Kai and Tai and that one horribly performed angle they did. Now, if Ernesto is going to die, this is one of 3 locations. This is actually the most likely of those 3 locations, I would say. I mean, he has a ton of health and all, but 4 Infernos at once, and they do not screw around. And I'm almost dead. Let's fix that.
My wife told me the story of this place. 300 years ago, there was a Puritan village on this island. 3 young girls accused villagers of being in league with the devil. There were burnings. I think this is where they did it. They feared evil from within, but they did not see the real enemy.
Just like every movie from the 50s. Although this place actually was home to a Puritan village, and we learn a bit about that when you unlock the various pages through the archive. Again, that's... Hi! That's what hanging around with Ernesto does. It is fantastic for helping you fill up the last, like, 10 pages in the archive, or however many.
You deal out death like a professional. Oh no, inmate. I do not think so. I'm not going in those caves. You go if you want. I'll wait out here.
Now, Ernesto has some wise words there. Going in that cave will very likely get you killed, and the only benefit is a bike pump.
Filthy inmates. You brought hell to this island, didn't you? Always scheming. I hear you plotting how to get us officers. Well, you've really done it this time. This inferno will kill us all. Are you happy now? Inmate, hurry! Damn. The power is on, but the light is not turning. The lighthouse is old and decrepit, half broken, but you will need to fix it. I will keep watch out here. You go inside.
Anyways, yeah, going into that cave, it gets you the bike pump, which gets you the flamethrower, if you didn't already assemble it, like 10 levels ago. And I'm not going in there, because the cave is a gauntlet of 10 Infernas, an army of Festas, and some Slayers for good measure. That and I already have the flamethrower. That and the flamethrower is entirely useless at this point, because the majority of our enemies are always on fire. Well, how is he talking to me inside the building 3 stories up? That's, it's pretty hilarious, game. Now, I always forget how we do this. There we go. Now, you have to attack... Yeah, you have to attack these 2... I think they're Slayer blades stuck in the grating, in the cogs, and then try to remember which way we have to turn it. There we go. Now, before we go down and continue the game, there is one last little thing to see, and... Ah, there we go. Ladder's just here.
Dad, I'm sorry. I see stuff better now, and I wish we'd had more time together. Wish things were different.
That's pretty terrifying. It's one of the things that really does well in this game, that children are not invincible like they are in every other horror. Well, pretty much every other instance of a horror game, you know? I mean, look at Silent Hill 2. Laura is able to skip through the monster-infested town completely unscathed. And she doesn't even know that there are monsters there. She doesn't see them. And I'm going to re-equip my Molotovs and a shotgun. Because seriously, this is the best setup for the last level.
The light is on. Oh, now the Coast Guard can come. Muchas gracias, Stork. You have proven yourself. I still say inmates are scum, but you, maybe less so, see? Come on. Now we can make our way to town.
I'm not entirely sure how to take that attitude, aside from jumping in place for whatever reason. But, like, in his defense, Ernesto's defense, we are a convicted killer, so I can see his reluctance to work with us and how he would hate us.
It's not just Abbott, it's this whole island. It's a cesspool of human atrocity. People come here, they do things maybe they wouldn't normally do. Evil fucking shit. But you're different. You're the wild card in the deck. But you set me free. I never forget a debt. I told you. Now go on. Find out what kind of man you are.
What was that? Lightning? It almost hit us. Well, at least we can make it through the gates now.
I really like the writing for that particular confrontation and scene. It suggests that you are the only person who is seeing the various people that you are seeing. Anyways, join us next time for the final level of the game. So until next time, goodbye.